Hey, this is Ken for the Information Nation. I'm bringing you more stuff. That's right, I'm bringing you more stuff. Hey, how do you like this? Pharma CEO gives herself an $18 million raise after hiking EpiPen prices. Now, for those of you who don't seem to understand what an EpiPen is, that's the one that people use that, like, they're allergic to peanuts and they get some and they go into convulsive seizures and they jab themselves in the legs and all of a sudden the seizures are over. They still go to the hospital to be checked out and that, but it saves their life rather than them choking to death. And that's what these EpiPens were. All right, so let's get right down to what this bitch did. Let's scroll down a little bit here. There we are. A pharmaceutical company that cornered the market. They cornered the market on a life-saving EpiPen and dramatically increased its prices, also jacked up the pay of top executives. Now, here we go. Between 2007, when Mylan acquired the patent for the EpiPen, to 2015, the wholesale price had skyrocketed from $56.64 to $317.82, a price increase of $461. Hey, that bitch is doing all right, isn't she? Just jack the prices up there. To hell with the damn people. Let the people die. We want to make money. Well, I hate to tell you this, bitch, but if the people die, guess what? You ain't going to make any money because nobody's going to need your stinking ass product. And the problem being is this is one of the things that happens around the country constantly with the big pharmaceuticals. And even some of the small pharmaceuticals, but mainly with the big pharmaceuticals, is what they do is they jack the price up, and then when you get something out there like hemp, or you get something out there like cannabis, they shut it down. They get the government to slam their foot down on it and say, no, you can't have this. You are nothing more than a lousy little slave. You've got to pay the pharmaceuticals their due. Pay homage to the pharmaceuticals. Well, let's continue with this article right here. According to NBC News, I'm not a big fan of NBC News. It's a lot of people know, but who gives a shit? Breach, and that, I guess, is Heather Breach. Yes, Heather Breach, CEO of Mylan, went from making $2,453,456 in 2007 to $18,931,068 in 2015. That's a 671% raise over 8 years. I'm sure that everybody out there listening to my voice and watching this video understands that we all got that kind of money to spend, right? No, we're just morons. This bitch gets it. But here's the funny part. Breach wasn't alone in the windfall resulting from the rising price of the EpiPen. Mylan's president, Ravi Malik, so his base pay increased by 11% to $1 million. What's the matter with you, Ravi? Can't get it up? Need to still Viagra up your ass? Because she's making $18 million, you're making $1 million. I think there's a little bit of disparity there, but let's continue. Well, Mylan Chief Commercial Officer Anthony Morrow got a 13.6% rate, amounting to $625,000. Well, he's just a scumbag. We don't need him anyhow. But we'll throw him a few little breadcrumbs because the main reason is the bitch is making money. This bitch is making more money she knows what the hell to do with. But this is the way they treat the average person. See, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you're struggling, that your kid, if they get a hold of something like peanuts, goes into anaphylactic shock and dies. They don't give a shit. All they care about is the money. Show me the money. They don't care. And the government's right along with them. Why do you think that the FDA will not take cannabis off their Scheduled 1 drug list? It's protecting pricks like this that are turning around and making people pay through the damn nose for something that may save their life. That's where the problem lies. The problem lies in pricks like this. If you can, boycott Mylan. Find something else. Boycott the damn government, too, because they're just as useless. The raising cost of EpiPen also mirrored Mylan's stock price increase over the same time period. In the last 2 years after Mylan acquired the EpiPen patent, the price increased by a 5% rate. In 2009, the price EpiPen increased a whopping 19%, and in 2010, 11, 12, and 13, the price went up another 10% each year. The price then shot up rapidly for the fourth quarter in 2013 to the second quarter of 2016, skyrocketing 15% twice a year. Now you got to understand something, how this works. It's compounded. If you don't understand how compound interest works, Google it. I'm not going to tell you. I ain't got the time to tell you. So anyhow, as we continue here, conversely, between 2007 and 2015, Mylan's stock price tripled, going from $13.29 per share in 2007 to $47.59 a share in 2016. That a way to go, bitch. Screw the average person, but your stock is doing well. If I would love to go to one of your, I ought to buy one share and just go to your shareholders meeting and call you the whore that you are right to your damn face. But anyhow, let us continue here. As of this writing, Mylan stock is hovering around $45.68 per share on the NASDAQ index, with MarketWatch ranking Mylan stock as bullish. I rank it as bullshit. According to Bloomberg, EpiPen now accounts for roughly 40% of Mylan's profits. 40%. Sure it does. You jacked it. You turned around and took something that was for $56 and jacked it up over $300. And I'm seeing that with all the pharmaceuticals out there. They're all doing the same damn thing. I'll give you an example. My wife was in a physical rehabilitation facility. She had to turn around and get some medication. They're charging. Their provider charges us directly. They don't turn around and charge the rehab facility. They charge us directly for a $9, listen to this, a $9 prescription, $417. $417 for the same prescription that I got right here locally at my local Meijer for $9.90. This is the kind of rape that the American people are going over. Mylan's greedy business practices are attracting a rancor of parents and politicians alike. On Monday afternoon, a coalition of U.S. senators led by Amy Klobuchar, Brooker, Democrat from Minnesota, the ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, penned a letter to Mylan CEO Heather Brish demanding she justify her company's dramatic price increase for the life-saving device. Yeah, well, while you're at it, bimbo, why don't you turn around and question the DEA and the FDA as why they will not take cannabis off the Schedule I drug plan? I would really like to know that. I would really like to know why, because there's a lot of people that are, why they won't do it. I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, why they won't do it. They will not do it because it would cut into a $150 billion a year industry called, hey, how do we screw the people with cancer? I know, we'll give them chemotherapy. When they could turn around and go on a 30-day or a 60-day regimen from like Rick Simpson's oil and be free and clear. We have the cures out there, ladies and gentlemen. The problem is the politicians are protecting the big pharmaceuticals. Now you do whatever you want to do. Me, I'm getting mad. So they're going to pro-life. The outrageous increase in the price of EpiPens occurred at the same time that Mylan Pharmaceutical was exploiting a monopoly market advantage that had fallen into its lap. Senator Klobuchar said in a public statement, patients all over the U.S. rely on these products, including my own daughter. It's Senator Klobuchar. Now I know why you're doing this, because it directly affects you. Doesn't affect your constituents like, you're going to say it does. But the only reason that you got off your fat ass was because it directly affects you. I said this in a previous video. These people got to start understanding you are not our leaders. You are our representatives, whereby you are supposed to watch out for shit like this. Not when it only affects you, but when it also affects some 12-year-old kid who's having epileptic seizures and can't get the medication that he needs. And the medication that the pharmaceuticals offer don't do a damn thing for him. But he turns around and gets on hemp oil, on cannabis oil, and all of a sudden the seizures stop. Now, I'm not saying from personal experience. I'm talking about you go on YouTube and just Google or just search on YouTube cannabis or the healing power of cannabis, anything, and watch the results that you're going to get because it covers just about everything. As of Tuesday evening, Mylan had not responded to requests from a Senate hearing. The other 98% of the Progress Action Group has launched a petition calling Mylan to make EpiPen affordable for everybody. And they got a little thing here to go and sign the petition. That's up to you. If you want to do that, you go right ahead. I'll scroll up to the top, and there's the article. It's in News Magazine. But this is what we've got, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have. So, I'm sorry if your children need an EpiPen, or you need an EpiPen, or your parents need an EpiPen. I'm sorry for you, but this bitch has to make money. That's what it's about. It's about making money. It's not about healing people. People, you got to understand something. Pharmaceuticals are not there to cure your disease. Pharmaceutical companies are there to do one thing and one thing only. And what they're there to do is to make a profit by keeping you sick. They don't cure the disease. They just control the symptoms. And if you think I'm kidding, it's been almost 100 years that they've been researching cancer. We spent probably $1 trillion on that, and we haven't even come close to a cure. Oh, you've got the cancer centers in America and all the rest of these people who are out there doing wonderful work for everybody, but they're not curing a damn thing. Well, I've ranted long enough. This has been my opinion, so take it for what it's worth. But hey, this has been Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. Hey, subscribe to the channel if you would. Give us a thumbs up. And remember, in the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Hey, everybody have just a wonderful day.